3, 2, 1.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Doing a quick stream. I am here with my esteemed co-host, Cornboy Lauser. How you doing, Cornboy? Good to see you.
Not too bad, man. Eventful week so far. Let's see what we're gonna get into tonight.
That it is. Cole Hauser, how you doing, man? Good to see you back.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. It's been we were just here on Monday, so
Yeah, a few days ago. Yeah,
yeah.
it's already been a busy week. Just had to cover it real quick, and yeah, just gonna do a 1 hour wrap up. A lot of crazy stuff going on in Minnesota and nationwide. Let's just check in with the chat. We got Nerd Slap. Good to see you, man. We got Legatus. We got Wayfair in the chat. We have K-Scope. And Lex may be joining us here in a little bit. So we shall see. But it's good to see everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Starting off, this is not in the mainstream news, but I wanted to cover this. Let me pull it up. This is from you, Cole Hauser, actually. This is something you posted. So the new He-Man movie trailer, which we're not going to play because copyright, they had pronouns. They had pronouns on the name tag on the desk in the trailer, and you fixed it. You fixed it for the real He-Man. Yeah. So pretty cool to see. You want to? I couldn't quite pull up the original right yet, but you want to pull up the meaning. So there's essentially pronouns in the new trailer today, right?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because Jay showed the trailer this morning, and when I saw that, I was just like, what like, haven't we learned anything, from what was happening, from all these movies with the pronouns and the DEI and this and that? It's just like, when is it going to stop? And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna fix it, and I'm gonna share it all over the place. So even there was a ton of people who were pro. Oh, why are people yelling? And I just fixed it. So it just makes me sick that and by the way, I love Dolph Lundgren. I think he was really, really good in the original He-Man. They just bastardized this thing, and I'm just like even. And then a lot of people said, and it kind of feels Guardians of the Galaxy-esque, that trailer. So,
which I haven't seen the trailer yet, to be honest, because I'm really not overly interested in modern day of what they have to offer. And just when I saw the screenshot, the original that you made this meme of, which is his name and pronouns, he, him.
Yeah,
100% disinterested. You're putting pronouns after how much money do these people need to lose in Hollywood to realize that we don't want that in movies anymore?
For some reason, I think they don't care. They're willing to burn as much as they can just to get their agenda across. As long as they get their agenda and their points across about this is who we are, this is what we're about, I don't think they care about how much money they burn.
I think you're right.
Well, here's hoping that they did learn their lesson, and this is part of a joke that, he hates his job, and he's miserable there, and this is one of the reasons why. So
that could be
I can hold out hope for that.
Yeah, you're saying he's miserable because they make him put pronouns in his stuff, and it's a woke work environment. That could be cool. If they came down on that, I would watch it. So,
and then they race swapped Man-at-Arms.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, traditionally, He-Man did not have a lot of African American characters, so it's not as big a deal, I think, because people always thought that Tila was his daughter. She was adopted in the show and in the comic books, so it's not particularly lore breaking for me.
But for me, sorry, I know you want to go to the next topic, but
no worries.
Just quickly is my whole point on things is I don't need Hollywood to make a movie because there's black characters in it. Just to attract attract more black. When Superman first came out, when Star Wars first came out, a lot of blacks came out and watched them. Why? Because they liked what they saw. They didn't care who represented. They just and this is why I get sick of this stuff, because I didn't ask for it. I never saw what's that Wakanda thingy? Black Panther.
Yeah. I didn't see the second one.
never saw Sinners, because you know what? That stuff doesn't appeal to me. Now, I'll get criticized. Oh, why wouldn't you watch it? There's some great, strong black characters in it. You know what? I'll go watch Boys in the Hood. I'll go watch Menace to Society. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Don't be a menace, in South Central. I'll watch those movies because
Friday classic.
Friday. Those movies appeal to me. So
it's almost as if good writing, good storytelling, and character development have more to do than virtue signaling and the color of someone's skin.
Unfortunately, the reality is that they have to do these things these days in this industry to get funding.
Yep.
Get these points and to get these brownie points from all the funding, like you said, funding. That's what it boils down to. So a lot of these woke initiatives in Hollywood. But I wanted to show this real quick because pretty cool. And then we're going to get into some of the breaking news this week. But a bald eagle has been spotted posing for a Minnesota traffic camera. Seems like foreshadowing of what's to come. Is Minnesota about to be liberated? So let's check that out for a second. Pretty cool. Okay, it's just a screenshot. Oh, no, video. But pretty cool. Just got to say, pretty cool. Bald awesome. Eagle representing. I think that might be a sign of what's to come for the state of Minnesota. Hoping for American excellency once again. But I just love this image right here. Right over everything that's happening. And he's looking over. So
I think it's coming.
To see it.
I honestly believe it's coming. I think there's been a lot of change in the wind and how now because I think I said this in last year on your stream where I think at one point I said, you know what, 2026 he's going on offense and he ain't stopping.
So. I hope so.
Yeah,
that's what I voted for.
That's the majority opinion of everyone who's saying his popularity's down and his polls are showing his popularity's down is that he's letting them get away with too much, and they're still getting away with too much because they're not doing anything. They're not holding anybody accountable. So I hope that half of the Minnesota government is indicted in the next couple of weeks. It's the only way, to get the people back on your side.
This is what problem we've had with Democrats for decades. Is they're the soft on crime, let people slip by, let crime go. And if Republicans make that same mistake, they might not get voted for as well. I'm going to pull this up because if this isn't a perfect example of someone who deserves to be locked up, we have a few tabs on this. Fig himself, the Lemon, Mr. Lemon, the Fig, he was out on the streets trying to gaslight people into thinking that crossing the border illegally is not a crime. Not a crime. So breaking news to me, I thought crossing a nation's borders and entering illegally was a crime.
Well, he's confusing just being illegally in the country with crossing the border. Well, he's trying to confuse people with those two terms. He knows the difference, of course.
I think he is fully aware.
But he is fully malicious on his questioning every time.
Many people watching might not realize that and could fall for his manipulation. So let's check this out.
Crossing the border illegally is not a crime?
No, it's not a criminal act. Okay. It's a misdemeanor.
So why are they being sent back and saying that they're breaking the law?
That's the point.
Okay, as somebody that
we don't know if they're breaking the law because they won't tell. There's no due process. Where's the evidence? That's the whole point. And if they are breaking the law, most people will say, okay, then they need to go if they're criminals. But if they're not, why are they being rounded up and sent out? Especially when he promised to deport the criminals. And now he's not doing that.
I don't think any of us need a reiteration here, but coming here illegally does make you a criminal. A lot of these people think that illegal.
He says it's a misdemeanor. A misdemeanor is a crime.
Yeah.
What is he saying?
It's not a crime. It's a misdemeanor. What is that English? Ridiculous.
I don't think we're going.
Misdemeanor is not a crime.
Yeah. So misdemeanor is not a crime?
It's not a criminal act. No. If you get charged with a misdemeanor, that's not a criminal act.
Why get charged at all then? If it's not a criminal act.
Because we have different levels of crime. Everything is not the same.
So it is crime.
No,
it's just
we have
different
different levels of. I shouldn't say crime, but it's not. It's not. You're not. It's not a crime. You're not breaking the law.
He's not very
you are
smart,
breaking the law, but it's not a criminal act.
He's not breaking the law. He is breaking the law.
No, you're not breaking the law.
Misdemeanor is not breaking the law.
No.
If you're speeding, drinking,
He's just said that misdemeanor is not breaking the law. He is on record saying that, and he's trying to be authoritative.
What a
get pulled over,
dumbass. He
DUI.
can't even
That's not
lie,
a criminal. Well, no.
I
If
know.
you're speeding, is a misdemeanor.
It's a
Right.
misdemeanor.
It's a
It's still
crime.
breaking the law.
Okay. Well, if you want to qualify that, we're doing semantics.
Because
But what I'm
you
saying,
pulled
but
over.
what I'm trying to tell you is everything is not the
He
same.
sounds like someone getting pulled over. Well, it's semantics.
Without the
officer. You don't
CNN
really-
people in his ear hole, he has no idea what he's saying. He really doesn't have a clue.
No, because he's stupid. He's uneducated.
Yep.
He is. He's full, and he's a propagandist, is what he
And
is.
it's all not one thing.
But is it the law?
What is it? The law that what?
Is it a law to come
Is
over
there a
legally?
law?
Is there a law?
There are rules that processes that you should follow. Yeah. So you're breaking rules. You're breaking the rules, but you're not necessarily breaking a law.
So what happens when you break the rules?
Then you suffer the consequences. But the consequences should not. Look. No one is saying no one should suffer the consequences. You guys are getting things
Yeah.
mixed up.
See, he's stupid.
Hilarious.
He is.
So think about this. When I love, you know what? I would love to be down in
He wouldn't even
in
make a
Texas.
good politician with
You know,
his brain.
I would love to be in Texas, Florida right now. Now, could I say, you know what? I'll cross the border, go in and stay. I wouldn't do that because I know better, because I know there's
Exactly
a
right.
process. And then if I get picked up, what's going to happen? It's just like when I'm down there, I get pulled over, I get stopped. Hey, Kohlhauser, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And I said, oh, here's my license, here's my passport. I'm here on vacation. Oh,
Been here for 2 weeks. I'm fine.
Yep. Okay, on your way. By me saying I don't have to show you anything,
Yep.
I am basically now disobeying a federal agent, and as now I'm basically an illegal in another country. And this
Yes.
is what people don't understand. They don't understand of coming in legally. Which when I do get to the border, because I know what's going to happen when I come here, when I'm coming down into Florida, I know they're going to say, you know what? We're going to take your picture. We're going to take your prints. No problem. There you go. We're going to need to see your phone. Here you go. Because why am I going to argue of the laws that your country has passed?
Exactly.
I'm going to follow those laws,
So
because
you-
if they deny if I deny myself, I'll never be able to come back.
You're not going to pull the whole like people do the sovereign citizen thing. I'm not. I'm a citizen of Earth.
You're not subject to your
Yeah.
jurisdiction.
Your jurisdiction, your borders are imaginary.
Yeah.
It's insane. And like you said, being respectful to the cops goes a very long way. Yes, officer, no officer.
Yeah.
Not reaching for my ID real quick. You
Yeah.
know.
And I, you know what? I remember years ago we got stopped, and my buddy, because we matched description of some other black guys, and my buddy basically he went to keep his hand, and I said, you better turn the car off. And
Yes.
the cop got out and went to put his hand on, and I told him, just put your hands on the wheel. The cops came over. Yeah. Every he checked all. He said, yeah, there was another 5 black guys that they were looking for,
Yeah.
because we told them where we were, what we were doing, and we showed them our ID.
Yeah.
And that's
Have
what the
nothing to hide.
mentality of a lot of
It is
blacks,
very
minorities.
easy to have
Easy.
a good confrontation with the police if you're not a scumbag.
Because you know what's going to happen after 5 minutes, which 5-10 minutes, even if it's like 15 minutes, you're going to be on your way,
Yes.
because you got 2 choices.
Want to
You're going
stretch
to be able
out and go to
to,
the station tonight? It's
Yeah.
like people don't realize this. Believe it or not, cops want to deal with you just about as little as you want to deal
Yeah.
with them too, and they would rather not be pulling you over.
Yeah.
So
and
it's not that complicated.
And the last thing cops want to do is run. Last thing we want to do is chase
Oh,
you.
that makes them real
Yes.
mad.
Yeah. So
Are you kidding? With 50 pounds of gear on and everything? Hell no.
sure, Wayfair. I'll send Don Lemon
swap
here. I'll come down there.
Don Lemon for Cole Hauser. Let's do it. Let's make a
I'd be
trade.
down for that. Let's do it. That'd be great. No, and maybe we could trade Pam Bondi for someone who actually does the job of Attorney General. That'd be
If only.
excellent. So today she tweeted out or posted on X, whatever you want to call it, minutes ago at my direction. What is HSI actually? Homeland
That's
Security investigation.
yeah.
Homeland Security. Yep. And FBI agents executed an arrest in Minnesota. So far, we have arrested Nakima Levy Armstrong, who allegedly played a key role in organizing the coordinated attack on City's Church in St. Paul, Minnesota. We will share more updates as they become available. Listen loud and clear. We do not tolerate attacks on places of worship. Excellent. Excellent. But 4 days later as well. Cornboy, you had a few things to say about this as well. It's been days, and they're finally arresting one
It
person.
took 4 days to charge and arrest these people. Where are all the other arrests that only took 4 days? There's plenty.
Yes.
Why can they do this in 4 days and there's no accountability for anybody who has made this country in such bad shape over the last 4 or 6 years?
100%. Yeah. It's been, like you said, it's been what? She's almost had a year in office at this point.
All the fraud, all the conspiracies, all the voter manipulation, all the underground networks, everything.
Yes.
Everybody knows about these things. They don't
were
seem to know
anticipating-
about them.
Last year, over a year ago, before the inauguration, we were thinking, yeah, once we get our people in, it's going to be like they're going to be walking them out in chains. We're going to be getting these criminals locked up. And it's like, yeah, like Jake said in the chat, on her desk, on her
Right.
desk, and,
On
I'll
her desk,
take
get
win.
shoved into the waste bin next to it, and the next moment.
I'm all for taking a win when we can get it. If these people can get arrested, that's great. But then you see stuff like this. Let me share this.
I mean, I'm just surprised that she acted on a church being invaded. I thought she would wait on a synagogue.
I thought she only cared
being
about
invaded
synagogues
first.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm surprised that she's actually standing up for Christians. You love to see it, though.
Well, I think, like I said, I think she got pushed. He got pushed hard.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it was Trump.
Same.
I'm wondering if it was Trump saying, "Chick, finally, maybe do your job," or that's it. Maybe he
Yeah.
put the hammer down. I don't know, but it's
Remember, they are hiring this new assistant attorney general who's has to go through the Senate. So I think once that person gets in, because they're basically going to have to go for a confirmation hearing, and then if whoever the person they pick, because they've been really quiet about that, because once this person gets approved, they can push.
Yep.
They can just say, Bondi, okay, you're done, and then they have their person. So
exactly
That's
right.
another one of the main reasons why, though, that things aren't being done. You can get Pam Bondi in, but they still have to approve how many assistant attorney generals, how many district attorney generals, how many U.S. attorneys. None of them are getting passed through the Senate, and it's Republicans' fault in the Senate.
Yep.
It is.
It only
It is.
requires a simple majority, which they have, and they've, I think, approved 9 of the some 50 or 60 that they've nominated.
It's insane. So Republicans are
So you
inept.
can't really do anything
No.
without employees that are loyal and will do
Yeah.
the job.
It's
Yeah.
true. And it's being reported, too, that Pam Bondi, supposedly, according to Eric Darter here, and the DOJ pushed to charge Don Lemon, but a Minnesota magistrate judge blocked it. So reportedly, Bondi is reportedly enraged at the decision. The process is not over, though, and other venues can be pursued to charge Lemon. Don Lemon must face justice. Yeah, exactly. If a conservative stormed a mosque, this would fly through the courts. And like you said, synagogues, mosques, anybody except Christians seem to get, protected at this point. Being protected legally as a Christian in this country seems next to impossible. And
It takes a viral story to get a little bit of action.
Exactly. And as you were mentioning, Cornboy, you shared this with me. So, the U.S. magistrate judge who refused to sign off on Don Lemon's arrest warrant, Doug Micko, is married to an assistant attorney general in Minnesota, AG Keith in Minnesota, AG Keith Ellison's office.
Wow.
Per Bill Malusian. Total conflict of interest. Circumvent him and make the arrest. Minnesota is corrupt beyond belief. And there's Don harassing church parishioners, like we saw in that video. But a lot of corruption, it would seem here. It seems very, very corrupt and conflict of interest, to say the least. And I fully agree. He needs to be circumvented. and
True.
Trump and the DOJ need to go around that. So
Yeah, and that's what I saw today when I was watching Megyn Kelly's show, where they said they do have options. They can do a grand jury because this magistrate is basically hired. He's not. He's
Yeah,
not
they don't
elected.
even necessarily have to pass a bar or anything to be a magistrate.
Yeah, they can be a lawyer
exactly.
or whatever. So that's what. And because I think she used to work for the Supreme Court. I think, Megyn Kelly. So she was.
I think she did. Didn't she work on?
Did she clerk for Scalia, right?
Scalia?
Yeah,
Yes, I
yeah.
believe she did. Yes.
So yeah, so that's what she said. She said they got options where they can just go around this magistrate and done, because they said they're going to get Lemon. They're going to get him.
I hope so.
One way or another. So
if they don't, then that's the biggest loss we've seen in quite a while. If they can't get him because he incriminated himself on camera, then I don't know who they can get. If it would seem like we have a lawless nation at that point where you can do anything and get away with it, and that's shameful as hell.
He needs to get off her ass and start moving and doing what she needs to do in this position, because this is not a position where she should be just taking days and just, oh, we'll do it here. No, you got to get your butt moving. You've had a year now. Either get this stuff going now. You got until May. You got a couple months.
That's what I would do if I was Trump. I'd say get it moving now, or you're out. You're fired. Whatever happened to Mr. You're fired? That was his brand.
When you only control 5% of the total government that you're supposed to control, it makes it a little bit hard to
that it does
do the actions that you need to do.
Yeah,
that it does. But no, like we said, we'll take any win we can get. And one win is this: we did get 10 billion with a B. More in funding to ICE. So, the Patriots and ICE are out there doing their duties. We got 10 billion more in funding. I frankly wish it was even more. Not usually a big advocate of funding 3-letter agencies, but ICE seems to be the only one actually doing a darn thing and helping.
Yeah, they're the only ones that are actually following their original mandates. So
yes,
I'm for it.
And it's so. And who was it today? It was on, that panel with CNN where the lady asked, well, how come it's okay when Obama was doing it?
I think she was saying ICE has always been controversial, and the guy was like, it wasn't controversial when you were doing right along
that's
Obama's
right.
ICE.
Yep. Yeah. When Barack Obama was given Tom Homan
a medal.
Yeah, you gave him a medal around his neck. Yeah, gave him a great medal and patted him on the shoulder. Good job, Tom. Which is like, when Trump supports Tom Homan, it's like the Third Reich, apparently, according to them. But when Obama does it, it's all sweet and candy and rainbows. It's talk about two-tiered opinions from the media and stuff. It's pretty crazy. But I wanted to show this. Really big fan of this guy. Border Commander Greg Bovino unleashed on the rioters today. So he said, I'm going to gas, get back. Gas is coming. Second warning, third warning, gas, get back. So I fully agree with this post. Bovino is a badass patriot. Let's check this out. He's delivering a can of whoop ass on these left-wing terrorists in Minneapolis.
Get back! Gas is coming! Second warning! Third warning!
Does he not know how to?
I think he's just.
You just get back! Get back!
But you know what? He's a leader out there leading. First in command.
He's walking the walk.
Yeah.
He's walking the walk. Yes. You love to see it.
It's funny because my uncle was in the U.S. Army, and even though he was a colonel when he was in Iraq, he always said, he was always front and center. He didn't want to be behind. He wants to be there with the troops. Yeah, lead by example. You're sending men off to war. You need to be out there too with them. So
100%. Just like in Vietnam, wasn't it famously? That's what what's the name of that song? But essentially about a senator's son. The senator got his son out of the draft.
Fortunate son.
And fortunate son. And that's not the type of leadership you need. When you're doing this type of stuff.
I don't know.
I think it was fortunate son. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. And we have another patriot here. Big fan of this guy, Sheriff Grady Judd in Polk County,
Big
Florida. So he is an absolute patriot, real constitutional law enforcement officer. And he talked about the massive, massive disruption. I'd say Don Lemon and that crew incited a freaking riot, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
At that church. That was essentially, I mean, that was as close as you could get to domestic terrorism, in my opinion. That's insane what they did.
Agreed.
And this sheriff from Polk County, Florida.
What do you think,
Very
Cole? Should we go
awesome.
down to Polk County and see if we could get some pictures?
You know what? I'm down. I'm down with that.
Get some autographs.
I'm down with
I
that.
should do that when you're down in MegaCon. Hell yeah. He commented on this, and this is pretty cool. I followed him on X. Pretty cool guy. Houses of worship are meant to be places of peace, fellowship, and community. Sheriff Grady Judd talks about how fundamental freedom of worship in America was disrupted this past Sunday in Minnesota. So let's check out what the sheriff has to say real quick. He's a pretty cool dude. Rewind. Let's check it out.
Hello, everyone. Sheriff Grady Judd here. I'm standing in a house of worship, and I think about last weekend in St. Paul, Minnesota, where people who came to worship were attacked. They were attacked by rioters. The service was disrupted.
Yep.
They cut at the very fabric of this great United States of America. We settled this country so many years ago so we could worship free the way we wanted to.
Perfectly on time.
Worship
Perfectly.
chose. That attack is unacceptable. I can assure you that had that attack been in this community, every one of those rioters would be in jail today. That's where the federal government could have found them, on state charges, locked up. And I pray it's that same way all across the United States of America. Enough is enough.
It is, yeah.
Let's join together for the good of the United States of America. Let's worship the way we want to, and let's everyone renounce the horribleness of last Sunday in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Amen to that. I couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Sheriff Grady Judd is a patriot, and that's very, very good to see another man in law enforcement leading by example. Love to see it. And Lex, good to have you joining us. How you doing, man?
Doing well. Hello. I apologize for my delay. We had one of those teacher. How's my audio? Is it too loud?
You're good. No, you're perfect.
Okay,
Good.
it was one of those parent-teacher meeting nights where it's like, hey, all the parents, I know you guys have like the whole semester left ahead of you, but guess what? It's the last semester for your student here, so it goes quick. Get ready for event after event. It's going to feel like you're going 200 miles an hour, so on and so forth. And apparently they want me to talk about those types of things. I don't know why.
I don't know why they would either. Who would want you to talk? Like, what? Who would do that? I don't get that.
Actually, they asked me to talk because they know they know I will be the quickest. I was there for.
Well,
Did you wear a shield mask in your face-to-faces?
It's tempting at times, but no.
I can imagine. Yeah, I just
thought Baldwin mask.
Perfect timing talking about these rioters that disrupted the church service. I think that's something we all talked about Monday. But the vice president, JD Vance, I am liking him more and more every day. The more he says, the more I like.
Addition to the family that's on its way.
Yeah, fourth child of the Vance family. So
wonder if that was that happened in the Lincoln bedroom. It probably did.
Yeah, more than likely. And but hey, congrats to the Vance family, and more than likely our next president of the United States, I would have to say. Not perfect. I hope he becomes even more based over time. But he put out today this clip. Our plan is very simple. If you storm a church or assault a federal officer, we're going to do everything we can to put you in prison. Pretty based, because you deserve it. Don't be disturbing our churches or hitting our officers.
Right now, we're focused on Minneapolis because that's where we have the highest concentration of people who have violated our immigration laws. And that's also, frankly, where we see the most assault of our law enforcement officers. I mean, our plan is very simple. If you assault a federal law enforcement officer, we're going to do everything that we can to put you in prison. It's very simple. And most of these protesters, as much as I may disagree with their politics, most of them have been peaceful, but a lot of them have not been peaceful. And if you go and storm a church, if you go and insult a federal law enforcement officer, we're going to try very hard. We're going to use every resource of the federal government to put you in prison. Respect people's rights. Respect people's rights to worship. Respect people's rights to do their job without being assaulted. If you follow that basic principle, the Trump administration is going to do everything that we can to protect your rights. But if you go after somebody, if you assault somebody, if you make a 9-year-old girl cry because you walked into her church and harassed her, we're going to go after you with every single tool that we have.
Based. I
more
love
like
that. We need
Don't
more
know
like
why that's controversial.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, because didn't the left always say we're the ones of tolerance and love and peace and
if
meanwhile,
you're the
they're
ones that
perfectly
are
okay with
have
this.
to say it, then there's a reason you have to say it.
This is true.
But the thing is about that, they say that, and then anytime I see someone comment about that in a comment section, the immediate first reply is always some variant of, yes, but no, there's no sympathy for fascists. I'm like, okay, well then you're just whatever excuse you can have to demonize the
And
other
then
side.
you ask them, what is a fascist? Well, people who disagree with me. That's what a fascist is. And it's kind of ironic because that's what a fascist is. Is anyone who, it's very weird.
It's think about you like you want, if somebody walks into my office and starts tearing up stuff, you don't think I'm not going to grab you and throw you out?
100%.
And there's going to be
At the very least.
At the very least, I don't get completely physical with you and beat the crap out of you. So
it would be deserved. And we do live, and people are adopting, FAFO, F around and find out. And that's becoming more relevant. These people have gone years with the getting away with everything.
Well,
And,
it was
Yeah.
sorry, it was like that one video I sent you guys when the guy was like yapping at the lady, and
I'm
then
gonna
her
pull that
son
up.
came. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna need more FO so we have less FA.
Let me pull that up. So yeah, that was from earlier today. Good clip. Yeah, dude, if this was my mom, I'm not going to
Oh,
say
boy.
on YouTube what would happen to you.
Yeah,
Let me see.
I
think
gotta
we can all
I
relate
gotta
to this.
refrain myself.
Well, if we got to say it, we got to say it. It is what it is. So yeah, this was posted. Leftists will harass women and people they view as weak. Watch this tough guy run when the woman's son shows up. So kudos to the woman's son. Good, you standing up for your mom. Good thing. You love to see it. So this punk ass leftist harassing this lady, and when this lady's son shows up, it gets taken care of. So
Don't worry.
My husband died in 9/11.
Hey, good for him. Good. Well, then NYPD were a bunch of fucking sodomizing immigrants with their bully sticks. So yeah, your husband probably fucking should rot in the grave. You call my mom out? What? Yeah. Why you running now?
why you running? Yeah. Real tough guy, huh?
I believe it was you, Kohlhauser. In response to this video, my comment was the very eloquent and delicately stated, the leftists have no balls.
Yeah.
Very true. No, they talk tough. They got a loud bark, but no bite. And that sums it up for all of them, because I actually, I missed the first part. I didn't hear the first audio initially. I didn't realize her husband died in 9/11. That's what it was about. I missed the audio initially. So what a punk. This woman's husband died in 9/11. And man, the left is disgusting.
At least she raised a very fine young gentleman.
She did. And
At
more
least
than
a man
likely,
who knows enough to stand up for mom.
Yeah. And I mean, more than likely, that's his father that was also being spoken about. So not only are you messing with his mother, but you're talking about his dead dad.
Yeah, and this is what makes me sick when it comes to the left, and this is why I tell people, do not cross me, because I don't care who you are, you're gonna get put down fast. You know what? Do whatever you want. Like when I used to work in government, you guys want to protest all you want, but don't interfere with me, because there were times when the government went on strike or whatever, and they basically block you from entering. It ain't happening. You know,
Yeah.
it's not happening.
Blocking
Like they always
roadways.
say, you're
They
right
block
then
the
where
government
mine begins.
entrances.
Yeah, repeat that, Corn Boy.
I'm saying it's like what they always say, your rights end where mine begin.
Exactly right. Yeah, that sums it up. Your right to protest does not trump my right to freely
Live.
assemble, my right to
Uh,
travel. You know.
Practice my religion. Yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah. So it's crazy stuff, but people are finding out. Let me pull this up. This psychopath, this man needs to be locked up in an institution. This man's a menace to society. What a piece of shit. And I don't say that lightly. Breaking, just one day after challenging Pam Bondi to charge him, William Kelly has now been perp walked and is in federal custody. This is what FAFO looks like. So this was one of the monsters that stormed the church.
If I might just say, lol.
Lol. Yes, fully agree. This is him.
Playing the entire time. So, Pam Bondi, you want to come and arrest me? You want to come and give me charges? So be it. And for all the people giving me death threats, threatening my life, kill me. Go ahead, kill me. Because you know what? As Fred Hampton said, you can kill the revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolution.
What revolution are they even going for? They don't know what that means.
They want a communist revolution, is what they want.
They just watch too much TV.
Now, did you
That's
see
true.
what people have dug up on him?
Yes. I saw some
I
stuff.
haven't heard too much. What is it?
How he always says that he did combat tours in Afghanistan and whatnot, or Iraq.
Really?
Yeah. He never left the country. He was an HR person in the army.
Really?
And he got convicted of theft and was busted down to E1 and dishonorably discharged.
What a shocker. What a shocker. Wow. I didn't know that part, but that's not too surprising. These type of people, they get washed up and they get in these movements that they're in, and he needs to find a new purpose, and it's taking down the man. We got to fight ICE. And
yeah, well, there was, I don't know if Megyn Kelly showed this one video of him. He went to a mosque and he was basically saying, it's really, it's really good. You see all these people, they're here and they're together, but you have all these white supremacists at this church, and I'm just like, you know what? If you don't like yourself, go away.
Yeah, 100%.
Find yourself somewhere else.
If you're self-hating, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the fact that they had the gall to go in and harass the church, but then he called them, Don Lemon's like white supremacists and they're all this and that. It's like shame. But one more person did get arrested too. Let me pull this up. So Chantel Allen, a Democrat-endorsed member of the St. Paul School Board, has also been arrested. So this is a lovely, lovely individual, I'm sure, Democrat endorsed, who's on the school board in St. Paul. So Lex, you would know about schools and school boards, and on the private side anyway. And would you allow this person? Do you think in the school system, if you had the choice? What are you thinking?
No. I mean,
yeah.
Right now,
short answer.
You ever have one of those pictures of somebody? It's like, let me guess what your stance is on abortion, for instance. It's like, I don't have to ask. I can guess. And guess what?
Let me guess your stance on all white people.
Let me guess your stance on everything ever.
Teaching. Get out of my school. Sorry, that's how it works. Private school. We love it.
100%. 100%. Yeah. And I agree with Tony too. She doesn't look very healthy. So she probably doesn't get too much cardio. Not trying to be mean, but just it's a fact. And one more thing. I'll go ahead, Cole Hauser. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say, because these people, okay, well, a lot of these blacks.
What do you mean these people?
a lot of these blacks feel entitled that nothing's ever going to happen to them. I guess they felt, and that's why that one chick went on CNN. She felt there is no way they are going to arrest a black woman like myself.
True.
And and that's how they think. That's why she went on CNN.
They've been told this too, though. Yeah. And they've seen it happen.
Yeah, because they thought this was all going to be just some smoke show. But now when they got picked up, they're realized, because you know what I think is going to happen too.
What's
I
that?
think one of those two girls, they're going to say, "Listen, it was all Don Lemon. He orchestrated this. He
You're
told
right.
us to do this.
Yes.
So if you give me a plea, let me go about my way. I'll give you it." And I think, because I don't think they're going to want to deal with what they're going to be facing.
Yeah,
I think you're right about that. No honor amongst thieves, and
Yeah.
they'll stab each other in the back in 2 seconds. It's what they do, you know.
Yeah.
They
Who was
most of
charged
those
under
people
the
do.
same KKK law? Was it that meme maker, Ricky Vaughn or whatever?
Was it the guy that did the Clinton meme?
Yeah, the text to vote for Clinton or whatever.
It may have been. That
They
was
gave
like
him
20
9 years before he was pardoned. So I think they should threaten these women with 9 years.
I think you're right about that, because it's legitimate to do so. What were you going to say?
Well, look at Cohen. What is it, Cohen? Now he's basically saying they forced me into this.
He's been flip flopping whichever way the wind blows from the very beginning.
But like we said, none of these people have any honor or loyalty.
Shout out to the Clintons
So
after
this,
all. You know, getting held in contempt of Congress. Well, having a committee vote to hold them in contempt. The rest of the House
having
still has to do it.
Democrats on the committee, some of them vote to hold them in contempt.
You notice more of them voted for Bill than for Hillary, though. Interesting.
They're more afraid of
Democrats, who we have on the screen here. Even the Dems know, we don't want a woman. We don't want a woman as president. They can even figure that out. But we got to share this. The Democrat account on X, the official Democrat account, posted this, and they got owned to all oblivion. They got obliterated on X over this. So you guys shared this with me. And in Minneapolis, this is from the Democrats, ICE arrested a 5-year-old coming home from preschool and tried to use him as human bait. That's what the Democrats are saying. His teacher describes him as a bright, young student. These monsters are sick. There we go. They're posting pictures, whatever. But libs of TikTok clarified with, the boy's father ran away and abandoned him, and an ICE agent stayed with him to make sure he was safe while another agent ran after the father. This is pure BS propaganda from the Democrats. So where the Democrats are saying that ICE arrested a 5-year-old and used him as bait, the reality is his father abandoned him and they were protecting him while they were arresting his criminal father. How insanely two-faced is that? I mean, we can't expect anything less from the Democrats, but I mean, right off the bat there, what's your guys' initial impression? Because
my impression is, and this is how the Democrats saw this. They saw this kid. Somebody said, they saw ICE come to this kid. They actually cuffed him. They pepper sprayed him. They didn't care. They basically put their knee around his neck and said, "You're coming with us." That's how the Democrats basically ran with this story.
It's very
true. That's how it is.
That's the narrative they tried to paint for people. And if you just read it on its face, like what they were saying, then
I bet anything CNN reported it exactly as the Democrats told them to.
Yeah, and I bet you before they even had this.
They say.
And I bet you before they even had this picture, I would assume the Democrats, they probably said he was black.
Yeah.
Oh, more than likely. Yes. And no, it's just crazy. It just goes like Tony said in the chat. Can't trust a darn thing that Democrats say. You can't. And anyone who
I
still
always
does,
assume the opposite of everything I hear from their side now.
100%.
Well, on our news, on our news here in Canada, they were saying here, ICE arrested a 5-year-old boy. That's what the news was going on in my country, and this is how the game is played.
Yeah,
you know, because
your news media gets their talking points directly from our Democrats. That's true.
It is. It's one big machine. It really is, and it's disgusting. So obviously, I can't believe anybody would trust the mainstream media anymore. But I wanted to show this. These people trust the mainstream media, obviously. So the woke white women are back at it. So watch. In an effort to defeat ICE, white liberal women have stormed Target to purchase salt, and then they immediately return it. Their goal is to pressure Target to banish ICE from their property. Everyone got salt. We're returning it. So these losers with nothing better to do in their lives are going and buying and returning and buying and returning all day salt to protest ICE from being at Target. Let's check it
I
out.
want people to see this live video. We are at the Target in Edina. We've got to have about
Stereotypical
70
culprit.
people in line here. Everybody bought salt and they're returning it. Why?
One old man.
Because we are asking that Target step up as a corporation of moral courage in this critical moment in our country.
Awfuls.
ICE is being leveraging Target's silence. They are abducting Target employees. They are staging in Target parking lots. They are going into Target stores and using it as propaganda opportunities. We are asking Target, whose whole brand has been built on serving the communities in which they are, to step up, speak out, use the corporate power that they have, because we know that's the...
All right, that's enough of that. This was my honest response to the situation.
Floggings and executions, put them on TV, broadcast them live, make everything about that. What kind of dress is she going to wear? Floggings. What's the cake going to look like? Executions.
So that was the perfect reply. But nonetheless,
I sent you just now in your Twitter DMs the t-shirt. The t-shirt I would like to wear to that Target at this time.
This reminds me exactly of how the liberals thought that going and buying a 25-cent item at Home Depot was going to keep ICE away from Home Depot parking lots.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? We got this storm coming in.
yeah, exactly.
They return their
need the
ice.
salt for the ice.
Somebody's gonna slip and fall and break their hip.
Yeah.
Oh well, they told us to return the ice.
Okay, let me show this.
World.
All right, without trying to leak too much.
The perfect accessory. The perfect
Accurate.
accessory to wear to such an event.
That's
Accurate.
nice.
Accurate. And like you make the point, Kohlhauser, with the storms coming in, people are going to need their salt, and these idiots, these liberal jerks, are hogging it all up and clogging up people's ability to get what they need before the storm. You know, not just basic stuff, food and necessities too.
Yeah.
And now you think now is the appropriate time to be clogging up the store and making a big issue.
Like, it's. Don't you guys have jobs? Don't you have anything to do properly?
We say this every time.
Yeah, I know. We say this every time. I know. It's just like, you know, go to a retirement home and help people. You know,
100%. Go volunteer your time and do something. But they think, no, this is for the cause. Cause. This is social justice. We're saving our country from the fascists. They think, you know, hey, we're doing a great public service. And
where is this happening? This is happening in what? Only 3 states, basically.
Yes. And the 3 most liberal states, coincidentally.
Yeah.
It's what's going to happen when that funding bill kicks in.
100%.
But it's like Grady, Sheriff Grady said the other day. He said the reason why you don't see any of this stuff in Florida is because we have a joint connection or whatever.
We
cooperate with them. They come in, get whoever they need, and done, and they're out. You don't see them flooding Florida or Texas or Tennessee.
No.
They went into Memphis, cleaned it all up, and then they were out.
100%. 100%. And that stuff won't last in red states because, like we've said in Florida, you know, DeSantis signed the bill into law where if people are obstructing the road, you have the right to continue going. And if you feel in jeopardy for your safety on the roadway, you can keep driving.
Yeah.
And so when you know you're going to become a pancake, if you try to obstruct people's vehicles, you might not go in front of people's vehicles.
Yeah. Like, I think Virginia's new governor, I think she's going to get recalled. Honestly.
I think you're right. She's one of the worst.
Yeah.
For what they pass all those laws that they're, trying to pass right now, it won't matter if she gets recalled.
Yeah.
They won't have a fair election ever again in that state.
I liked that meme of a long winter without Christmas has come to Virginia, and it had her dressed as the White Witch from Narnia.
Yeah, she looks like it, doesn't she? She's something else. But yeah, pray for the people in Virginia. They
With a
have
name
a
like
tough-
Stan Berger. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, what's that, Irish? Had to share this too. Jay reacted to this earlier. So going back to Trump's old tweet from 2019, I promise not to do this to Greenland. And hilariously, members of Congress cut a Greenland cake that has the America flag on it. So here we go. I think it's going to happen. I think we at least are going to be having some more influence over Greenland, if not outright taking it. We shall see.
They're going to carve up some sovereign territory for us on
Exactly
the
right.
island. Is that APL?
Yes, it is.
We cut it.
We are fans. So nonetheless, I can mute that. But like we said, they're carving up territories, doing stuff. What you guys think?
It's like, well, I knew this was going to happen. It was going to happen because for strategic importance, what they want, because they already have 300-400 troops are there already right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what
build bases.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they have the space complex.
Huge bases.
Yeah. I don't know what Canada was all bitching about, what Denmark was bitching about, France and England. You guys wasted all your money on the stupidity of social programs. You can't even defend your own nations. So when Trump says, listen, you guys are on your own, did you see the Finnish guy? When the reporter
the Finnish
asked,
president, he said we can defend ourselves.
Yeah.
Without the U.S., no, we can't. Not without the U.S. We can defend ourselves with the U.S.
Yeah, they're sorry to take up so much time, but they're how many forwarding position bases in Europe are where the U.S. troops are? If they said, okay, we're pulling all out, who's going to do it?
I know. It's easy to have socialized healthcare when we pay for it, and it's easy to give everything away for free when we pay for it, and not fund your military when we're protecting you. It's awfully easy stuff. I'm going to share what Lex just sent me. This is the new governor of Virginia. So, yeah, pretty fitting, man. These liberal women are something else, man. It's
and I just want to say about Greenland, Trump followed his tried and true plan. He's done it so many times. He says something outrageous and gets what he wants at the end,
the art of the deal.
It seems like to them a compromise, but it's what he's wanted all along. He just asked for way more so he can bring it down to what he wanted.
100%. The big ask. That's what he does. And that's the art of the deal.
Yeah, and it's just like the whole thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lex. I didn't.
No, that was it.
Oh, okay. No, because I was gonna say, even with the whole I think I sent you guys something on Canada where they did a mock response. So what happens if?
Yeah, it would take days.
Yeah, it's just like what are you gonna do? It's like that Babylon Bee article where it said the NATO asked the U.S. for more funds so to defend itself against the U.S.
Exactly right. Yeah. Let's give Greenland and Canada and everybody more funds so they can defend themselves against us. Yeah. Germany recalled their 15 troops out of
Greenland? I mean, almost every other war has been our tax money versus our tax money, so it wouldn't set a precedent.
Yeah, it's just like a meme. The rockets from here, my tax
somehow
dollars,
also our tax money.
Dollars. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, how long did we fund the Taliban for? 25 years, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
pretty bad stuff. Yeah,
but if you think about it too, yo Mo,
yo, what's up, Mo? Good to see you.
If you think about it too, our country is not Canada is not an offensive country. It's not.
No, it's not.
We're a peacekeeping country. That's why we don't have, the tanks, all the jet. We're still flying F-18As.
Yeah.
we're still flying the A models that came out in 77.
Right.
So that tells you
F-18s aren't even American, though, are they? Aren't they
Yeah.
French?
No, F-18s are American.
Which one am I thinking of then?
One might ask, why is
when
Canada flying
The
any of
Harrier
them?
is what I'm thinking of.
when we think of Canada, we don't exactly think of the world's biggest fighting titan. You know, we just don't. It's not what you guys are for. And but that's why people need to play ball with us. And countries that don't play ball with us are going to get the Trump treatment. And you want to know what the Trump treatment is? Well, we have exclusive footage of it. Let's check it out, because the Trump treatment looks a lot like this.
What's up, homie?
You trying to bang on me, blood? From
So, what's up, homie? You trying to get dropped or what, my boy? Chill out, bro. Hey, chill out, bro.
I just gotta say, I feel like I just watched the Greenland deal going down right there.
Did you see?
I can
Isaac,
only
did you see
associate that tone with the Scary Interesting channel that talks about all these disasters that happen to people. Anyway,
I didn't see that.
Did you see the one with when he did the from Tropic Thunder?
No.
What was the guy? Who did Tom Cruise play?
What was?
Well, I've never seen Tropic Thunder, so I don't know.
Oh, well, Tom Cruise's character, Lex Grossman.
Lex.
And somebody did.
Oh, he's the guy on the phone. The clip.
Yeah.
The famous clip. Yes.
So somebody did one with Trump. It was great.
I gotta see that. Okay, because that would be perfect clip. That'd be awesome.
Let me see if I can find it quick.
Yeah, if you can send that to me, definitely.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Just a couple more things. We're just doing a chill stream tonight. If anyone has anything else they'd like to talk about or cover, we can do that. I just didn't pick too much. I wanted to show this, though. Guys, what do you think? Barron Trump for future president, possibly? This is being reported by the Daily Mail, of all people, but we shall see. So, apparently Barron Trump saved a woman's life during a vicious assault in London last January. So, raised right if this is the case, absolutely, because Barron allegedly, I'm just going to say allegedly, because this is still, I don't know, I don't trust the Daily Mail too much, to be honest, but Barron witnessed a friend being assaulted by an ex-boyfriend over FaceTime at 2:30 a.m., found out how to reach British authorities, and reported the beating. Let me see. The friend credits Barron with saving her life. Jurors heard the call recording in court, and apparently it is real. So Barron Trump saved a woman's life by calling 999, which is the equivalent, emergency services in the UK. So pretty cool. I mean, already he's a young guy and he's already out there saving lives. So you love to see it. So quick thinking on his part. That's some leadership ability right there. And there's the call log of the entire call. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Barron Trump had the wherewithal and the everything. He saw this was going down, and she credits him with saving her life. So
he watches his surroundings. He sees what's going on.
Does.
So
seems like he's aware, So
I bet being who he is, he's had to really learn that skill, because the younger ones these days do have. I'm always stunned by the absolute lack and complete absence of situational awareness. But someone who's grown up like he has probably has never had the luxury of not having to pay attention to what's going on around him. So I take
his mother has said that he has to wear a bulletproof vest under his suit coat.
I 100% believe that, because there are absolute lunatics out there. We cover them on this show. It's tragic, but that's the world we live in. But as far as future president material, by that point, it'll just be a matter of inheritance. So, I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. We'll show this. Thank you, Cole Hauser, for finding that. So this is the official clip, totally not AI. Let me check the volume on this first. Let's rock and roll.
Heads up!
I gotta mute that because it copyright. But no, that's pretty great. It's pretty great. Real footage of Trump in the White House after the Greenland deal.
Bunch of shit that I ain't trying to hear.
Yeah, that's gonna get copyright. But no, that's great.
That's pretty accurate.
It's getting too real. Maduro, come and get me. Yeah. You'll love to see it. I gotta see that movie. I've never seen Tropic Thunder.
Oh, that movie's great.
Yeah. That's funny. So there we go. Tim Waltz.
I am curious though to see, talking about other topics, that I'm not sure you quite fully caught what I meant earlier, Isaac. That one of the House committees, when they had like ordered the Clintons to come in and testify over Epstein related things, they didn't do so. They have since now voted to hold the Clintons in contempt. The committee has. The whole House.
Really, the committee has. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
the House has to vote on the contempt resolution.
And who knows if that goes anywhere? But it was separate charges. They had to charge each of them, Hillary and Bill, separately in contempt. And there were Democrats that voted in both cases that were on those committees that voted in favor of holding in contempt.
That's kind of incredible.
A few less of the Democrats voted in favor of Hillary, but that's why we're making the joke about. That's why we're making the joke about. We know which one of the two they're more afraid of, but.
Oh yes, Hillary, the Grim Reaper herself. Of all people, usually it's the other way around, but yeah, people know not to mess with Hillary because you might end up having a weightlifting accident, or you might,
odd that you were lifting weights
in the back of the head 3 or 4 times. You never know. But
a friend of mine who is a politician here in Canada, he was actually targeted by her. The Secret Service came to visit him.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a cordial visit, huh?
Basically. But we'll talk. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I wouldn't put anything beyond them. So yeah, definitely keep us up to date on anything you hear about this, because them being both commanded to come forth for this is kind of
then both not doing so. I had a relative that said, well, I wouldn't doubt 1 second that, Bill was down there with those little girls. And I wouldn't doubt for 1 second that Hillary was too.
Yeah.
More than likely, and at the very least, more than likely being knowledgeable of it.
Probably took her scissor sister, Alex Soros's wife,
Aberdeen,
with her as well.
Uma Aberdeen. Yeah. 100% more than likely. But yeah, crazy stuff. So hopefully they get justice. We shall see.
Now, mind you, sorry, I saw the other day they showed us somebody on X had a picture of Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, really?
Like a recent, and I can't remember who had it. I think it was Roland the Wretched, but they were saying like, from back did she know better back then to now, where she's actually saying Bill, he took advantage of me. But
really,
she was actually looking pretty good, the way she was looking now. Yeah.
And I just got to say, I mean, that's, of all things, that was a bad situation in and of itself, but it's the
well, she was smart enough to keep the dress.
yeah, that, and also, the Juanita Brodericks of the world and all the others, and the Clintons. It's not just that stuff. The Clinton Foundation, everything. Let's hope we can get some justice someday. But yeah, I'm kind of run out of tabs for the day. We're just going to do a quick stream. We kind of been going for an hour. If any of you guys have anything else you'd like to talk about, definitely feel free. But if not, I'm going to work on wrapping it up. I thank everybody for stopping by. Kind of short notice.
No problem.
Just felt like doing a quick news recap. Had to get some of this stuff off our chest. There's been some
good recap for 4 days later. So yeah,
a lot happens in a few days.
I agree.
And yeah, what was the one thing I wanted to mention? Just quickly, where what Trump called out my prime minister.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So that was pretty.
Was
good.
that at Davos?
Yeah, basically saying, it's because of us. You guys are alive. Which is true.
Yep.
So
pretty much.
I like how he talks smack about Gavin Newsom when Gavin Newsom was in the room,
right when he was watching.
Yeah,
this is a great finisher right here, Jake. Jake sent me this. I don't know. We're at the end of the stream, so if we get hit, we get hit. But let's check it out. So this is
while
the
you
famous
pull it up. I was just going to ask you if you'd seen the fact that as of today, the HSS.gov officially completed the U.S. withdrawal from the World Health Organization.
Well, yes. I saw that.
Really officially completed it. Okay.
Yep. We are out an hour ago. They put it on the government website. They put it up. United States.
Fantastic.
Withdrawal.
Well, you love to see it, man. After the hell they put us through in 2020 as well. Man,
Apparently, they're still claiming we owe them over $200 million. But
well, let them
come and get it.
Yeah,
come get it with your army.
Yeah, come get it.
Come and get it, and just like the UN here.
UN, you have a problem with that? You know what you should do? You should sanction me. Sanction me with your army. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have an army. That means you need to shut the fuck up. That's what I do if I don't have no army. I would fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's right. Okay, now I think I'm going to take orders from an African. You might speak 16 languages, but you're going to need them when you in Times Square selling fake hats. I know Gucci when I see it, nigga. I'm rich.
Perfect. Thank you, Jake, for sending me that. Yeah.
He's writing speeches for Trump, actually.
Yeah.
I like when he said, you think I'm going to take orders from some African?
Yes, that's my favorite line. Yeah. Man, I might have to use that sometime. That'd be funny. Man, that's perfect. That's
I like the, it's what I would do if I didn't have an army.
Yeah. I would shut the F up if I didn't have an army. It's absolutely true.
Quickly, did you guys see the one tweet Trump put out where it had Greenland, Canada, and the U.S. with all United States?
Was that today, or was that on
no? That was
with everything surrounding Canada on all sides.
Yeah, it basically had Canada. It had every Greenland and Canada with the United States flags.
Oh yeah. It was on a signboard behind his meeting, or something in the Oval Office or somewhere in the White House. Yeah.
So it had people speculating.
Had all of North America, didn't it? Didn't it have Mexico as well?
It was all North America.
And frankly, that's the Don Roe doctrine. People call it the Monroe. It's the Don Roe doctrine. And, they say republics last 250 years. That might be true. Maybe we could be entering the American Empire.
Yeah,
we might be.
For a safe and secure society.
A safe and secure society. Just like, what was it? Make the politicians get along? Well, that sounds like a dictatorship. Well, if it works. But no, we'll let Kohlhauser and Lex get back to the lakes, and we're gonna end the stream here.
I'm fleeing to the lake by Naboo. Do you see the weather's coming my way? It's gonna be in the single digits here. That's ridiculous.
It was 72 today, and it's supposed to be like 25 tomorrow.
Okay, so where I am,
22 right now for me.
Yeah, so where I am, they said, because I mentioned to X-Ray Girl in her chat, because when she was streaming, I said, "Are you ready?" She goes, "Yeah," and I said, where we are in Ontario, it's going to be. They said it's going to be the coldest place on earth.
Oof!
Really?
So,
oh wow! Fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I could use some of that global warming right now that Al Gore kept telling us about. I'd love it because it's cold as heck outside right now, and I'm
where is Al Gore these days?
I don't know.
Flying on jets.
Yeah, he's flying on jets. I mean, when you invent the internet, do you really need to work anymore? I don't know. I'd retire too if I was him.
Half bear, half pig.
It's true. But we're going to wrap it up. And no outro yet. But yeah, guys, thanks for stopping by last minute. Thank you to the chat, Jake, Vatlaw, Wayfair, Tony, and everybody else. Appreciate it. Last second, just going to do some random midweek, occasionally, half hour, hour and a half, whatever. News updates as things come along. Feel free to send them my way. Anybody, you guys in the chat, anything. So Hoodie. Okay, the chat just updated. What's going on? Okay, StreamYard's being retarded. -15 for Hoodie. All right, and that's Fahrenheit. -14 now for Chell. -25 in the morning. Yeah, the chat was all behind. That's weird, StreamYard. But nonetheless, I'll catch you guys. And also right now, after the stream, if any of you guys are in the GCA Discord, Hoodie D is going to be playing Battlefront 2 with a bunch of us. Battlefront 2 2017 on PC. So we're going to be hopping in there and checking out if you want to join us. So we'll see you guys at the very least next Monday, maybe in between then, but Monday night Golden Age podcast. So everybody have a good week. Check all these guys' links out below, and we'll catch you then. Have a good week, everybody.
Take care.
Take care.